Okay, the federal minimum wage in 2023 sits at $7.25 an hour. So let's do the math. If an employee makes $7.25 an hour for 40 hours a week and they work 52 weeks a year, that employee's annual salary comes out to $15,080 before taxes. If that doesn't seem like a livable wage to you, it's because it isn't, and it's even more unlivable if you reside in a major city like New York. Now, most states, particularly blue states, have set their own minimum wage much higher, including New York, so nobody has to live on $7.25 an hour. In 2016, the state of New York enacted a series of wage increases to hike the statewide minimum wage to $15 an hour, but even that is pushing it to the limits. If someone is working in New York City making $15 an hour, working 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year, their grand total is $31,200 before taxes. You don't pay a lot of tax if you actually earn that little money, but still, it's not very much money. Some viewers in other parts of the country might see this and think, what an improvement. But if you're a New Yorker, you're probably shaking your head because according to a study by SmartAsset, the salary needed to live comfortably in New York, in the New York metro area, is $78,524. That is more than double the minimum wage that you can earn in this state. To make matters worse, SmartAsset also determined that a $100,000 salary in New York City actually feels more like $36,000 because of the steep taxes and the cost of living in the Big Apple. New York City is a thriving metropolis with more than 4.6 million workers, not people, just workers. And despite a law that says that everyone who works here should earn at least $15 an hour, the more than 60,000 food delivery couriers make far less than that. According to the city of New York, those workers make an average of $7.10 per hour before tips. Again, that's $15,000 a year before tips. Once again, New York City is trying to fix this issue, passing a law that requires food delivery companies like Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash to pay their couriers a livable minimum wage. The law says these companies must pay their delivery workers 50 cents for every minute they spend on a trip or pay them a minimum of $17.96 an hour for the time they spend active on each app. That doesn't include tips. Well, the multi-million-dollar companies are not on board with this. 4 major food delivery apps, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Relay, which together make up 99% of all food deliveries in New York City, are suing the city to try to get out of paying their delivery workers a minimum wage. The lawsuit argues that the move would be too expensive, adding to the costs that are paid by both customers and restaurants. The companies also say the law could be easily manipulated by workers for more pay if, as many of them do, they use multiple food delivery platforms at the same time. That's a valid concern. And in a win for the delivery companies, just yesterday, a New York judge halted the law from going into effect. Now, there was a time, not that long ago, when food delivery couriers were considered essential workers. When things got tough during those never-ending pandemic lockdowns, New Yorkers relied on food and grocery deliveries. Businesses relied on takeout orders to keep their doors open when people couldn't come and eat inside their restaurants. When most of us were hunkered down to avoid the harmful wildfire smoke from Canada, your food kept getting delivered by people who work outside. When it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's sweltering, when it's freezing, your food still shows up at your door. These workers put their lives on the line for the comfort of the public. I'm not exaggerating that point, by the way. In 2021, 18 food delivery workers died on the clock due to hit and runs, assaults, and attempted robberies. And according to a report by Workers' Justice Project, 49% of respondents reported having been in an accident or a crash while doing a delivery. Of these workers, 75% said that they had paid for the medical care with their own personal funds. These food delivery services are a gold mine. Between March 2021 and May 2022, app deliveries accounted for 15% of all New York City restaurant sales. And yet the people responsible for that are getting chewed up and spit out by the companies who are profiting off of their labor. Setting a livable minimum wage for workers who make our lives run smoothly is the fair thing to do.